small and white, clean and bright. I shall go mad. I will never entertain again. Never. The Asma Show. Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. So I just did some warm-ups and I am going to try to audition for the children's theater on Saturday. And the reason why I'm doing it isn't because like I am dying to be a part of the children's theater. It's more like I took a musical theater class in November, surprise, surprise. And basically they gave me 2 songs to practice. So I practiced Edelweiss from The Sound of Music and Shy from Once Upon a Mattress. And I just wanted to see if I could do it. So I've been following this one lady on YouTube, this lady right here. She's, bless her heart, she got 527 views, and I feel like 100 of those views are me listening to her song every day. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, every morning you greet me, small and white, clean and bright. You look happy to meet me, blossom of snow, may you bloom and grow, bloom and grow forever. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, bless my homeland forever. Someone's being bashful, that's no way to be, not with me. Can't you see that I am just as embarrassed as you, and I can understand your point of view. I've always been shy, I confess that I'm shy. Can't you guess that this confident air is the mask that I wear? 'Cause I'm shy, and you may be sure way down deep I'm demure. Though some people I know will deny it, down bottom I'm quiet and pure. So now I'm going to leave y'all alone and I'm going to try to memorize these lines. I shall go mad, I'll never entertain again. I shall go mad, I'll never entertain again.
A few moments later.
But they regret and accept and regret and accept and regret. Damn, this is so hard. I shall go mad.
1 hour later.
Mr. Tupper and Miss Conley and Miss Tupper. Mrs. Tupper, Mr. and Mrs. Tupper and Miss Conley.
2 hours later.
I shall go mad. I will never entertain again. Never.
3 hours later.
I shall never entertain again. I shall go mad. I will never entertain again. Never. This is going to be my last dinner party. My very last. After this, I will live for myself. For self. Self. For self. Self. Hey guys, I'm back. So I talked about auditioning for the children's theater on TikTok. It's the same username as my account, The Asma Show. I also started a new Instagram called The Asma Show, so same username. So if you want to follow me on those accounts, that'd be great. I already have almost 50 followers on TikTok, so I was kind of proud of myself. I've been trying to take my setup a little bit more seriously because I have some trauma, some PTSD. Let's huddle together and let's talk about it. So I've had eczema for like 9 years of my life. I talk about it all the time on this account, but because of that, I have been a very minimalist person. Like, I don't hang stuff. I don't have too many books in my room. I'm always like vacuuming, and I'm like a neat freak, kind of. Not really. I'm a messy person, but I am clean. But it's like I didn't even have curtains on my walls because that's how bad my eczema was. And I was just a very like viciously minimalist person. It was to the point where it's like it was just a very empty room with no life. And I've been telling myself, like, Asma, it is time to let go of your trauma. So I started hanging up paintings. So I started painting recently. This painting in the center, though, is not, I did not make it. So there's this really nice girl that I became friends with on Instagram many years ago, and I still follow her to this day. Till this day, I don't know what I did to deserve, what I did to deserve getting a painting done. So I remember she just DM'd me, and I think it was because I was so curious, because she was always creating like beautiful things. She was like, she crocheted a sweater, and then she was like painting for a bit. Like, she was doing all sorts of creative things. And I remember I asked her like, oh, how much does it cost to get a painting? That looks so cool. And then she was like, oh, I can do it for you for free. I still think about that moment, you know, like when someone is just nice to you for no reason, you're just like, what did I do to deserve having a painting done of me? And this was before I even had a YouTube account. I have my camera set on the tripod, but as you can see, this looks really, really pretty. This is the painting that she did for me, and some of these are from Studio Ghibli. I've become very obsessed with Studio Ghibli. And then this painting down here I learned how to make clouds, and I made this. It's like a wedding arc. It looks really pretty. And then this, surprisingly, I didn't like this, but my siblings really like this. It's like a night sky with a sea. A long, long time ago, yeah? So I used to live in India. I don't mention that I lived in India for 4 years because I don't like people knowing, because then the very next question is, oh, do you know Urdu? Oh, do you know Hindi? And I'm like, no, I don't. And then they're like, how can you not know those things? It's like, girl, I can barely speak my own native language. Like, I can barely speak Somali. What do you expect from me? Like, of course I'm not going to learn a third language, like, you know, but it's just like, I don't mention it anymore because I don't want people asking me like, oh, well, what kind of foods did you eat? And then just like to kind of quiz me. And I'm like, oh, I really liked pani puri and I really love idli. And they're like, oh my God, how do you know those things? Oh, you really lived in India. Oh my God, you lived in Hyderabad. That's crazy. And I've even met Desi girls and they would be like, oh yeah, so I'm from Hyderabad and I keep my mouth shut. I'm like, this is a secret that I'm going to keep to the grave, because I'm not telling people I lived in India, because it was like I lived there from like 10 to 14. And then I started high school here, and I was wearing a shalwar and khamis, and I was getting bullied for it. People were pointing and laughing at me. But yeah, I really lived in India. But the reason why I'm talking about this, why am I talking about it, is because I bought these books at an Islamic bookstore over there by Sani Yasnain Khan. These books. He does not sell these books in America. I don't know why. So I found these when I was like 12 years old at an Islamic bookstore, and he had like a collection of books, like Tell Me About series. So he has Tell Me About the Prophet Yusuf, and then Tell Me About Musa, and then Tell Me About Hajj, this one. And then there's one more, Tell Me About the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So like basically I was obsessed with his books, and I remember I spent a good hour memorizing his name in case I ever needed to buy his books again. As a 12-year-old, I was really smart, so I was just like Sani Yasnain Khan, Sani Yasnain, because it was like his first name is hard. So like basically what happened was I brought these books to America and I gave it to one of my cousins. No beef. I know if a cousin's watching, if the guilty cousin is watching this video, no offense, no problem, because I found these books again. Don't get upset with me, but basically I was like, oh yeah, you can borrow them. And then I never saw those books again. And then I remember, I think it was like 5-6 years later, I pulled up to her house being like, hey, where are the books? And she was like, like, I don't know. So then I kind of gave up. I was like, oh, there is no chance I will ever find my books again. Oh, my poor books. And it was just like, for me, it's more of a sentimental thing. Like, I want to keep this book because it's like a reminder of what, like these books, I feel like for me, it kind of really got me into art, creativity. I was painting a lot because of these books, and I learned a lot about Islam through these kids' books. So it's not really kids' books. Don't view it like that. If you're a new Muslim, just buy these books. I bought it at thriftbooks.com, and they were really reasonably priced. They were like $5 each. So then I bought all 4 of them for like $24, including shipping. and it was really nice. So if you want to buy these, but basically these books really opened my eyes not only to my religion but also got me into art. And when I started painting recently, I realized like, oh yeah, those books. And then when I looked it up, I found it at thrift books and then I bought it. So basically I'm just trying to say, like, they're very aesthetic. They explain a lot about the religion. The next section is the Crave series. This book series is not the best book out there, but it got me back into reading. So I decided to collect the hardcover versions of this book and keep it on my bookshelf. And I also have an update on the bookmarks. So I did sit down and talk to Inspire about my idea about selling bookmarks, and they did find it a good idea. In my last video, I showed you guys 2 different designs I did. The cloud design, and then I did like this dome of the Al-Aqsa Mosque. So I did this one. Honestly, I think this is my favorite one. I did a sunset with sunflowers at the bottom. This one looks really cool. I was trying to say cute and cool at the same time. So cute. So I took a cotton ball, what do you call it, cotton swab thing, and I dipped it in different purples to make a lavender design. It looks pretty cool. Like, I feel like with gloss it's gonna look cute. So far I have 20 now, and they were like, well, we want to help and pitch in and, you know, contribute. So everyone is going to come up with their own ideas about what to sell. Oh, I have a new crochet idea. I am not a big fan of the sajayat, so how do you say in Somali? My mom, she taught me sajayat for a prayer mat, but I thought this whole time, my whole life, I thought sajayat was the Somali word for prayer mat. But then I just found out like a year ago when I was like just sitting minding my business, and I was like, can you pass the sajayat? And they were like, sajayat? What's sajayat? So I have cousins who are Somali, and they were like, what do you mean sajayat? But I don't know what the Somali word is. But basically, I don't like the way sajayats feel. So I was just like, let me see if I can make a prayer mat using these balls of yarn. So then I went during a time where it was like buy 2 get 1 free. So I'm thinking like if it's just like one long piece of crochet, then I can just throw it in the washer, throw it in the dryer without thinking anything of it, and then it will be soft, comfortable. Like basically I'm trying to get ready for Ramadan. I just did double crochet stitches all the way up, so it's just going to be one long rectangle. So in my next video you're going to see this painting hung up. I'll just put it like here or something like that, here or down. Where should I put it? Here. Yeah, I'm basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my entire wall of all my paintings that I've ever done in my life, so I can like see something pretty. Something deep in my gut is just naturally like, it must be empty. Like just the PTSD, y'all. Of like, no, but the dust. And it's like, I don't need to worry about dust no more. I'm gonna put gloss on this and then hang it up and just keep going. Oh, I'm out of breath. So this is my last topic and then I'm gonna go. So my sister, she went to Mass ICNA in Chicago. And my sister knows that I love Totoro. So I love this one creature from like Studio Ghibli. So my laptop also has it, as you can see. She knows that I love Totoro, so she got me the best present ever. Look at this. She got me a hand warmer, but it's just like so cute, y'all. I was so happy. The thing is, like, she called me and she was like, which color do you prefer, blue or gray? And I was just like, don't do this to me. I don't know what you're talking about. She gave me a hint and I knew it was Totoro. I was like, gray, I want gray. And she was like laughing on the phone, but yeah. Look at this, so cute. And I've been like just putting on my bed. It's just very aesthetic. I love it. When I was younger, I was always obsessed with SpongeBob. I was obsessed with the cartoon. I had like SpongeBob merch. I had like the stuffed animal of SpongeBob. My whole room, the fitted sheets, everything. My comforter, till the age of 10 was just SpongeBob. And I remember one time, it was like I was 10 and I was at Walmart with my mom, and she was just like, no SpongeBob, anything else. And I was just like, I saw like the SpongeBob matching comforter fitted sheet thing, and it was so pretty, and I was like, no, I'm getting this. And I think my mom was like genuinely concerned. She was just like, what is wrong with this kid? Because like she knew I was obsessed with SpongeBob, but like I think as an adult, I just found Studio Ghibli like a few years ago, and my new obsession is just Totoro. I don't know what it is. Whenever I see him, I just get so happy. Talking is a lot of work. I know people who hate influencers are looking at me like, oh, this bitch, what does she mean? Talking is too hard. Like, people don't like content creators at all. The thing is, if your self-esteem is not high, it's a battle every day to look at yourself editing. Like, who do you think you are? Like, every day you have to watch yourself and be like you have to shut off that part of your brain that's telling you, like, who do you think you are? But yeah. To, like, the 200 people that come every time, thank you for watching my stuff. Like, the thing is, like, I've always had people tell me, like, how do you feel about just having, like, 200 people watch your videos? I'm just like, who cares? Like, 200 on YouTube, 200 instead of like 10, that's crazy. Even in my last video, I got like 80 views, but I've been getting a lot more subscribers, and it's just like people who do come and watch my videos stay forever. And I don't know what it is about this amazing personality that makes y'all stay forever, but it's just like my subscriber count keeps growing, so I don't care. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye!